guys? It's Raider here. Today, we're back. Third upload in a row. We're doing amazing. We're back on Shipment. We're playing hardcore Shipment, guys. Yeah, that's right. Shipment. You either love it or you hate it. It's complete chaos. It's ridiculous. It's nuts. And especially in hardcore. If you thought you were getting spawn killed before in core, hardcore, it's much more ridiculous and much worse. Granted, after the slight spawn change, I'm air quoting very big here, slight spawn change in Shipment, it's a little bit better. It's better in the sense that if someone sits in a corner, I'm not rapidly spawning in front of them to die, but it still happens. So, today, we're here. We're here to talk about how I can fix Shipment, how they could fix Shipment, how easily it would be to fix Shipment. Alright? Shipment right here is a staple of Call of Duty. It's been around since the original COD 4 in 2007 or 2009, whenever it came out. It was one of the smallest maps ever to date, smaller than Nuketown, smaller than Rust, smaller than everything. It's always been chaotic. But it's never been chaotic to the point where it's been this bad with spawns, spawn deaths, instant deaths, spawning inside of people, spawning behind enemies, spawning in front of enemies, a whole boatload of things. Spawning in spots that aren't obviously safe. It's never been this bad. And one of the reasons that I can only come up with that it's honestly this bad is because this Shipment is not made for 6v6. And that should be pretty obvious. It's definitely made for gunfight, which I don't understand why they're supporting gunfight over much more over than 6v6. There's like 12 gunfight maps, while we only have maybe 10 6v6 maps, and that's if you're counting the two really large maps like Arklaw Peak and Anya Palace, and I don't. So, yeah, gunfight's just being over-supported, and it's just like a party game mode. That's all it should honestly be. You know, it's a little haha fun time, one round, one death, random class loadouts, whatever. Like, alright, cool. But for 6v6, Shipment's not where it's meant to be at. So, obviously, I'm going to bring up an image in front of you guys right now. I have Shipment, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 on the left, and then I have original COD 4 Shipment on the right. If you can tell, Call of Duty 4 Shipment is laid out a little bit differently. And differently in the sense where it makes sense. One of the obvious changes is the Shipment layout has changed. And one of those are the side crates on the left and right side of the map. I try to orient the image so it's very similar to each other, so it's easy to understand. As you can see in the Call of Duty 4 Shipment location, the two side crates, they are tilted. They tilted on angles so they don't provide direct lines of sight to the other corners of the map. And it's done on both sides, so you can't sit in one corner and shoot through a straight line of sight watching enemies spawn and then murder them all in a row. Yes, in that form of Shipment, enemies could spawn to the left or right of you, and you would not be able to tell unless you had a UAV up or if you were very aware. But those tilted crates provided 4 safe spawns. And that's 4 major spawns of us not having to spawn in the middle of the Cross of Death, in the middle of Domination B, in the middle of the red crate in the middle on Dom, in the middle or on the outside of those parallel boxes or parallel crates just standing out in the open. Those are 4 safe spawns we could obviously have. One of the other major spawn differences I noticed is, for some reason, when we have the corners locked down, we don't spawn in the safe crate on the bottom and top of the map. We don't. It's very rare. You might get 1 or 2 people to spawn in there, but that's about it. When, as before, in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, you would spawn in those 3 at a time, rapidly. It was the safest spawn in. Granted, it could lead to like a super frag grenade or a super martyrdom kill, but it was a much safer spawn than me spawning out in the middle of nowhere, not even having control of my gun yet to die. Like, it's ridiculous. So with that said, this current Shipment should be gunfight only. 3v3s, 2v2s, 1v1s. It should not be in the regular 6v6 rotation. It should be gunfight only. The developers should really just get off their high horse, change the map to the normal sight lines and variants, and then redeploy it back out into the 6v6 and just watch how better it will be received. Obviously, there are a couple other changes I would like to see on Shipment, such as better cover in the corners, different like cover to use, more closer to the original than what we have here. Yes, you could still mantle over it. Yes, you could still jump on the crates if you want to. Yes, you should be able to still do all of these things. But at least you would have 4 to 6 safer spawns than dying instantaneously 6 to 7 times in a row. Alright guys, let me throw you a curveball here. I don't know if you guys remember a little Call of Duty title called Call of Duty Ghosts, right? Call of Duty Ghosts was not the most well-received Call of Duty of all time. It was actually, in fact, the first time they ever tried to implement something like mounting, which also didn't take off there either. But Call of Duty Ghosts was very fast-paced, first Call of Duty to ever actually hit like multi-console or future consoles and old consoles at the same time. And with that led to a lot of problems, especially inside the studio, especially trying to get it to work on both consoles at once. With that said, though, I think it was like the second DLC that they released a map called Showtime. And Showtime was a reimagining of Shipment, right? Imagine that, man, a reimagining of a map where it's actually kind of like the map, but it's still different and unique and new, instead of just giving us old, refed garbage maps from other games. Sorry, cough, cough, rant over. But Showtime, I'll throw that map up on the screen too so you can see what I'm talking about. It has the original Shipment Square, all the original cover, you know, the angled boxes, aside from sightline deaths, all that good stuff. But it actually expands on it on all 4 sides, giving it multiple lanes, giving it different ways to play and fight on it, giving it different flank routes, not having to spawn inside of a corner and die all the time, you know, all these good things. It led to a different gameplay and opportunities and play styles to play on Shipment. Honestly, with some of these simple fixes, such as the crates and sightlines, such as the simple spawns, or even going with some more advanced fixes, like using the map Showtime and bringing it back for this current game, I really think we could easily make Shipment a much more enjoyable experience than where it's currently at. If you guys enjoyed the conversation here today, or have any other thoughts about how you could save Shipment, or what you could do to make Shipment just a little bit more bearable, please leave it in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. Hope you guys enjoy me fucking sweating with this fucking pistol and domination Shipment. And as for now, enjoy the rest of the gameplay. And this is your boy Raider signing off. Inbound. Oh, that really fucking good.
Enemy care package inbound. Enemy UAV overhead.
Come on.
I think that kid with the 75 is able to fucking snipe me.
Enemy cruise inbound.
Yo, my freaking... I think the trophy system blocks the cruise missiles.
Yeah. Alright, it's actually special.
Oh, really? He spawns behind me.
Personal radar drone ready for securing B. We've got a UAV active. Enemy cluster coming. We're losing this fight. Get ahead. Taking Charlie. Cluster strike is north. Securing B.
Loading 0. Copy. Cluster strike away.
You're not. On your feet, soldier.
I probably have kill cam though. Oh, I don't, huh? Bro, I had quads on quads. I find that hard to believe that was kill cam, but okay. Fuck.